Hi, I'm Jodie. I live in Brisbane. I'm an ultra runner and I do spend a lot of time running all day and all night at different events. A lot of people ask me what headlamp to get because as a coach, they're always asking me, and as an experienced ultra runner, they're always asking me what I use and what I recommend. I always say get the headlamp with the brightest you can afford. This is my headlamp of choice. It's a Ferei Headlamp, and this one was a really good option, really bright and really affordable. It has great battery life, so I can use it on, and I've used it at last one standing where I don't need a really high bright light, and it lasts me all night. So that World Championship race started at 10 p.m. and this lasted me through to sunrise. It's quite light, so you don't know that feel it's on my head. The next night when I'd plugged in the extension cord and the backup battery, and that got me through the next night. I've used it pacing at the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail in the 200 miler. So I needed something with a good battery life to be out there at night on those trails as you were getting up to Toogoolawah and turning around in the 200 miler. And I was pulling it out on the third night when Susanna was coming into checkpoints, and yeah. I've had this for 6 years. So in that time I've done events such as Wild Horse Criterium, Wild Horse at night, where you start at like 3 a.m. in the morning, Hares and Hounds, 3 a.m. start, Wild Horse at night, which is purely night trails. I've set the course record at the 50k up at Biwa at night, the Biwa at daybreak, as well as, you know, the last one standing, UTA, the final 20k. It's pretty handy. It tells you when you've got like 50%, you know, when you're halfway through your battery. It doesn't happen to me very often. I know I'm not spending all night out there all the time, but I start with my big battery when I want to be out there all night. I think it's one of the brightest, most affordable headlamps out there. It has you can have it on high beam, which I recommend if your trail runs only a couple, 3 or 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours, it'll last it on high beam. If you put it on low beam, it'll last you all night. It's very easy to plug in the backup battery. You just unscrew this, plug in the extension cord, which you have in your pack. Bang, yeah. And I've still got the original batteries, so I haven't had to replace the batteries at all. I recharge and go again.